everyone, Marine here for Learn Fun. Today's video is a weather swish and pop card featuring some cute mallard ducks having lots of fun under the rain. As always, let's check out the supplies. For the stamp sets, Rub-a-Dub-Dub, All the Clouds, Elfie Selfie, Totally Awesome, Swan Soirée. For the die sets, Swish and Pop, Large Stitched Rectangle Stackables, Simple Stitched Wavy Borders, Grass Border, and the Rainy Backdrop Landscape. So here we have all my images that I stamped using jet black ink. Some of them won't make it to the final card, but I always like to have more than I need. This way I choose my favorite that will end up on the card. I colored everything using my alcohol markers. The black ones are Spectrum Noir markers, and the white ones are graphite brush markers. At this point, I needed to do a tiny bit of customization to turn those ducks into mallard ducks, and the only thing to do was to draw lines on their neck to give them some kind of a color. I first traced those lines using a pencil, and then I used my Memento black marker to draw over those pencil lines. This marker is alcohol marker friendly, so the ink won't smear. I don't use those sweet little ducks very often, but when I get a chance to color them, I like to turn them into mallard ducks. I think that's because they remind me of the ones we see next to my house when I walk my dog. I also remember turning them into seagulls 2 years ago, I think. Those images are so fun to work with. So when my ducks and clouds and reeds were colored, I moved on to the background and cut a 5.5 by 4.25 inches stitched panel to create the sky. And I wanted that sky to be pretty gloomy, so I used Stormy Sky Oxide ink to get this effect. So I started by covering the entire panel with that ink to have a nice and even base. And next I used Cheap Sapphire Oxide ink along with the clouded stencil to bring darkness to that sky. I applied a little bit of Cheap Sapphire along the stencil first. I used my Stormy Sky blending tool to blend the colors. And then I used my Cheap Sapphire blending tool again to get a smooth transition between the colors. And I did that same process towards the bottom of my panel. I added a little bit of Cheap Sapphire on the edges as well, and then to emphasize the gloomy aspect of the card, I splattered water droplets all over the paper and dried it using a paper towel. And the next step, I never leave a background without adding ink droplets, so I mixed some Cheap Sapphire Oxide ink with water and used a small brush to create a bunch of dots on my sky. Next, I wanted my cute little ducks to have fun under the rain, so I took my rainy backdrop die and sent them to my die cutting machine to get a million raindrops all over my sky. For the bottom of my card, I went with two simple borders that I inked top of screen, a grass border with peel paint and forest moss oxide inks, and a wavy border with tumble glass and Stormy Sky Oxide inks. Next, because of all the raindrops, I couldn't use the hole creating piece from the Swish and Pop die set. The 4 holes would just be lost in all these raindrops. So I did a few arrangements. I placed the wavy border on the backdrop and marked the top of it at the back of that backdrop. I traced a line and cut on that line. Next, I needed to back the panel to create actual raindrops. So I just glued my gloomy panel on a piece of faux cardstock. I stuck my piece of backdrop on a 5.5 by 4.25 moonstone card base using double-sided sticky tape. And next, I cut a piece of cardstock to go under it, just a random piece of cardstock, no matter what color. I simply tucked that piece of paper below the rainy backdrop, and then I cut the excess. And this is from that piece of white paper that I cut the 4 holes. If my backdrop was plain, I would have cut those holes from it, but like I said, the holes would have been lost in the raindrops, so using that plain white piece of paper was the best solution. So I placed the hole creating piece on the right side of the paper with the edge of the die up against the side of the paper, taped the die in place, and sent it to my die cut machine to cut the 4 holes. I also cut the swishing piece out of acetate, as well as the pull tab out of fog cardstock. And I also took 2 small brads from my stash. I first placed a brad in the pull tab hole. Next, with the arm of the swishing piece placed on my left, I put the brad into the hole on the right of that acetate element. Open the brad to keep the pieces together. And next, I placed my other brad into the second hole of the swishing piece. And then into one of the 4 holes. I didn't really thought of which hole to choose, I just knew that I wanted my sun to be quite in the center of the scene, so I went with the third hole, but still, I tested the mechanism before attaching everything, just placed my interactive element on the card base to test it, and it was pretty good. Next step was to determine where to stop the sun. I wanted it to stop in the middle of the sky, kind of, so I played a little bit with the pull tab and decided to stop the mechanism right there, and I just used a foam squares as a stopper. Off screen I assembled the borders, and the next step was to cut a notch out of that border. So I placed the acetate swishing piece on his final place. I made sure that the pull tab was horizontal and temporarily taped it so it wouldn't move. I put the border on top and took the notch die from the set, placed it up against the right side of my panel, and with the small arrows matching the edges of the pull tab. I secured everything with washi tape and then to my die cut machine. And by removing the washi tape, I tore a teeny tiny piece of paper, but I will hide it with something in a minute. Next, I added some foam squares around the tab and acetate piece, making sure to leave enough room so that nothing would come in the mechanism's way. I also stuck the sun on the swishing piece using glue dots. I trimmed off the excess of acetate, and while testing it, the mechanism wasn't smooth at all because of the acetate at the back of the sun. So to fix it, I just cut a second sun using the coordinating die and stuck it right at the back of the sun. And it was much better. Next I stamped my sentiment, sending sunshine at the very bottom of the wavy border, and stuck this element on my panel to hide all the swishing mechanism. I placed the sun on his final position and cut the excess of tab. And next I just glued the remaining piece of wavy border right under the tab to get a whole consistent look. And next to my favorite part, I assembled and stuck all my cute images on my panel using a combination of foam squares and liquid glue. Once everything was attached, I used the white gel pen to add highlights on the images, and the final thing to do was to add a handle at the end of the pull tab. I started by sticking a dark blue arrow handle. I actually colored it with cheap sapphire oxide ink, and for the actual arrow, I cut it out of fog cardstock. And I think that's it. This is the final result, a cute and happy moment with some duck friends having fun under the rain. I hope you like this sweet little scene. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!